Padel is a fast-paced game that combines elements of tennis, squash, and beach tennis. It's an extremely popular racket sport because it's super easy to learn and fun to play. It's a great way to spend time with your family and friends because it is usually played in doubles. The allure of Padel lies not only in its engaging nature, but also in its accessibility, making it remarkably easy to learn and a joy to play. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or a newcomer to the world of sports, Padel welcomes all, offering a thrilling experience that transcends generational boundaries. The first step involves selecting a suitable venue with a paddle court. Unlike its larger tennis counterpart, the paddle court spans a modest 20 by 10 meters. The court is encased by 3-meter walls and metallic fencing. Modernity has brought forth a transformation in the court's aesthetics, replacing traditional cement walls with sleek glass, lending a contemporary touch to the playing arena. You don't need to purchase professional paddle gear for the first match. Most paddle clubs will rent you a paddle racket and balls. So, all that you need to bring are athletic clothes and shoes. Paddle rackets are made with foam cores and carbon fiber or fiberglass surfaces. Adult rackets weigh roughly 365 grams. Paddle balls are like tennis balls, but with less pressure. Clay court tennis shoes or paddle shoes are best for paddle court's sandy surfaces, but if you don't have them, any pair of sneakers will do. In Padel, the court is divided into two sides by the net, yours and your opponent's. Similar to tennis, the service boxes, marked by white lines, play a crucial role. Serves must land in the cross-court side to be considered in play. Your partner covers one side, and you cover the other. For a shot to count as in, it must hit the opponent's side before touching the ground, excluding the glass fence or wall. During regular play, the ball can bounce off the net or wall and still be in if it lands on your opponent's side. However, hitting the fence or wall first results in an out. Winning a point is straightforward. If your opponent fails to return the ball before its second bounce, you secure the point. The strategic move known as boasting involves hitting the ball off the glass wall. If it lands in your opponent's court, it's in play. Notably, boasting off the metal fencing is not allowed. Close encounters with the wall prompt judgment based on sound and rebound angle. If the ball bounces back at a lower angle with some topspin, it likely hit the back wall first, marking it as out. In close calls, players often aim to keep the ball in play, embodying good sportsmanship. To understand the game of Padel, we will go over the most essential techniques and scoring rules. Padel scoring aligns closely with tennis. Most matches are best of 3 sets, with sets won by securing 6 games. Tie-breaks resolve 6-6 sets, and games follow the familiar 15-30-40 scoring of tennis. Due to the prolonged rallies in Padel, matches can become lengthy. Some players opt for the golden point rule in 40-40 games for quicker results, but the standard approach, akin to tennis, requires winning the game with 2 consecutive points. Mastering the continental grip is key for most Padel players. This grip, akin to holding a hammer naturally, ensures uniformity for serves, forehands, and backhands. Padel serves originate from behind the service line diagonally to the opponent's service box. Unlike tennis, Padel serves start from below the waist, and the ball must bounce on the ground before contact. For a valid serve, the ball must clear the net and land in the service box. Bouncing off the side or back wall after hitting the ground is permissible, but contact with the side fence renders the serve out. Double faults apply in Padel, allowing a more conservative second serve if the first is out. If the serve hits the net and bounces in, a let is called, permitting an additional serve. Hitting the net and bouncing outside the service box or into the fence marks the serve as out. Similar to tennis, servers change every game, alternating partners each time. Notably, volleying a return of serve is not allowed, aligning with the rules of Padel. In the back of the court, Padel strokes differ from tennis, featuring smaller movements with less involvement of the wrist. A recommended technique involves stepping with the opposite side leg while making contact with the ball. While most Padel players opt for a one-handed backhand, the movement initiates with the non-dominant hand pinching the racket's bridge. This technique transitions into a full extension with both arms moving from the back. Padel volleys closely resemble tennis volleys, aiming for the service line. This strategic placement confounds opponents who must decide whether to hit before or after the ball bounces off the back wall. Lobs also play a pivotal role in controlling the net, a key factor in dominating the game. Executed with the racket parallel to the ground, lifting the ball involves engaging the legs, core, and shoulder more than relying on the arm. Aim lobs well over opponents' heads, ensuring they land in the back quarter of the court. Due to the importance of lobs, Padel sees a higher frequency of overhead shots than tennis. The bandeja, or tray in Spanish, is a common overhead technique. Unlike tennis overheads aimed at winning points, players employ the bandeja to regain the net, keeping opponents at the back of the court. The technique involves hitting like a forehand volley at 3 o'clock. Now, you are probably excited for a match. To start the match, the players must score a first point or flipping a coin to establish the server. The winner typically chooses the side, while the opposing side serves for the next game. Now, the players must choose their positioning strategies. The Australian formation is widely adopted by Padel players. Partners stick to their preferred side, resulting in the server and their partner starting points on the same side during half of the game. The server's partner begins at the net, joining them after the serve from behind the baseline. Padel emphasizes a social and kind gaming experience. Don't hesitate to call a let or redo if the ball's status is challenging to determine. To streamline communication about the score, servers should call out their score first, fostering clarity during the match. The wall is the most intimidating part of Padel for beginners, but after this video, you'll love the wall. For your shot to be in, it must travel over the net and contact the ground of your opponent's side before hitting the wall or the fence. You may play the ball, jump, off the wall, the glass, but not the fence. For a precision-focused experience, consider playing singles with just 2 people. Opt for a smaller, designated singles court, or utilize half of a standard paddle court, playing each point diagonally. Valid bounces must land on the correct side, enhancing shot precision and gameplay. Keep swinging, stay active, and most importantly, enjoy the game. Thanks for joining us on this racket adventure, and we'll see you on the courts.